Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we have the pleasure of watching another wicked draft by Compulsion. This guy is a beast. He is playing Dimir and this is what nightmares are made of, you guys. So definitely drop a like for Compulsion and leave a comment and make sure to subscribe to the video to be entered in to win all those gems. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check that out. But in the meantime, check out this wicked draft by Compulsion, and I hope you guys all enjoy.
I drafted a pretty sweet red-black deck, and I drafted at the tail end of my last stream, and I wanted to stream the games for that, but I basically had to play them like 2 games at a time over the course of playing sporadically, so I didn't really have an opportunity to just stream those out. But I did go 7-2 with that deck. It was really good. So if you remember that deck, if you had seen that previous stream, the deck that I drafted at the tail end of my last stream, and then I didn't have time to play, that was a pretty sweet deck. So it was like 7-2, and the games that I lost were, like flooding on a 16-land deck kind of situation, so it was pretty smooth. Alright, so Dread Presence is phenomenal. This is one of the better bombs to get in the whole set. So I see no reason not to take this. Okay, and then Gravedigger is pretty good, and if we're already in black, it's a good one to have. Gravedigger is nice with Dread Presence as well, so if they do end up removing this, having another shot at it is pretty cool. So take the Gravedigger. If Diamond Knight comes around, maybe we'll be mono black. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I am going to keep the black going though with Audacious Thief, because this is just a staple card. It's just like the staple black common. Like you really want to get a few of these in any time you're playing black. So Audacious Thief, pretty good. So far so good with these 3 picks. Okay, so then nothing too exciting in black. I mean, Skeleton is fine, Cutthroat is fine. But there's really nothing else too enticing. I mean, like Scuttlemutt can be good in the right deck. Fencing Ace is okay. So I'm thinking maybe we just take Cutthroat. It's just that I already have 2 4-drops working. But yeah, we'll take the Cutthroat. I think this is the most likely to get played in my deck. So, and Skeletons tend to come really late these days. You can usually get a skeleton way late. Hey buddy, get out of here. So actually kind of like Goblin Smuggler. I think Spider is the better card in a vacuum. I mean, black-green can pair pretty well. I've drafted a lot of black-green decks. Black-red pairs pretty well. So to me, it's between these 2 cards. I'm going to go the Smuggler route, I think. Nah, I changed my mind again. I'm going to take Spider. The Smugglers tend to wrap. Like, not that we'll get this one, but the Smugglers, you tend to be able to get these really late. Whereas the Spiders go a bit earlier. The Spiders are good. I'm going to take the Spider. Okay. We'll take Burglar. That seems fine. I kind of want to just keep drafting black cards because, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like the more black we are, the better Dread Presence is. So if we end up with like a pretty solid mono black, it's not a bad archetype. I think of all the colors to go mono, you want to be blue or black. I'm going to take the Pattern Matcher, just anticipating maybe we double up some cards. Like having a Pattern Matcher with things like Audacious Thief can get really good. I'll take another Cutthroat just because now we have Pattern Matcher. Sorcerer's fine, just like a filler 2-drop. I think I'm going to take the Servant because it can be okay if you get it, if you get a bunch of them. I'm really not sold on Servant being a good card, but if we do end up being mono black, I think we're gonna want to run them. Okay. Nothing too nice here. I mean, maybe the growth cycle. I don't know. If we end up being green black. Invocation's the better card, but I'm gonna take the 3-drop because I only have Thief so far. Alright, so lots of black cards so far. Bummer. There's really nothing good here. This is a really bad pack. Like, Flame Sweep is okay, but it's terrible in my deck. Apostle's okay, but we're probably not going to be black-white. I'm just going to take the rare. Just get some gems. I mean, I guess I could take Blood Burglar. Burglar's fine. Yeah, I think the 20 gems is better. I don't think the Blood Burglar will make or break my deck, but you never know. Well, shoot. Now we want this thing, because this thing's a bomb. But are we just not going to be mono black, or are we going to be black blue? Yeah, we might be black blue. Soul Salvage should wrap for us. There's a lot of good blue cards, so maybe we're just black blue. I mean, Wave Crasher seems okay. I just have a lot of 4-drops so far. Like, a lot. Too many. So I can see running more like Frostlings. Just to, you know, clear the way for Blood Burglar or Thief or something. Yeah, let's go that route. Holy cow. Black is really getting eaten up. So it seems like black isn't open after all, which kind of sucks. And now we see this. It's so weird. Okay, so then, like, maybe we have a life gain thing going. Let's take the Acolyte. Or the Aerialist, I mean. Aerialist is really good. Yeah, I think the black blue is coming in the strongest. The Blood Burglar did wrap, so we got that. Soul Salvage we want to have at least one of. I'd really love to have some removal. I need like a murder or something. I need like an axe or something. I need a way to buff Burglar, or I need you know, some Death Touch. I mean, the Cutthroats work okay. It's like you get some value out of this, like going like Burglar into like Aerialist into like attack with Burglar, and then like Cutthroat whatever they block with, or Frostlings tap down, attack through. Like there's some synergy here. I don't like that this has 3 blue for the cost, because I would love to have mostly swamps. So this makes me nervous, but it's still so good that I need to play it, I think. But it, like, actually both of these are kind of tempting, but I think I want the Burglar just because I do have Aerialist, so having another life gainer is important. I mean, Vulture's kind of cool. Vulture has synergy with Aerialist, gains me some life. It get some things in the yard for Gravedigger to find. I probably won't play Servant at this point, but otherwise this helps Servant. I think I have enough things to pattern match, so that'll probably stay. So I have like 5 4-drops, which is quite a few. Probably not white at this point. I think the Wave Crashers could be pretty nice though. Like if they throw on like a Pacifism or tap down something, or for Frostling's Recursion. So like Wave Crasher's not bad. I think Gravedigger might be better, but I do have Soul Salvage as well, and I already have 1 Gravedigger. So I feel like on the recursion side of things, I'm doing okay. I think I could afford another 4-drop. Let's go ahead and throw in Wave Crasher. Here I probably want to take the Necro. Get the 5-drop out there. Necro is good value. You get 5/5 worth of stats for 5 mana. I like it. The lack of removal is scary. It makes you want to play Noxious Grasp. Just the prospect of this being a dead card against like black-blue, or I guess like a red-black or black-blue. Those are kind of like your archetypes that this is dead against. Most people are playing green, so it's not insane to play this card, and I really am lacking removal badly. So I might need to be greedy and play this. Okay, well. I mean, Sprite's a good beater. The evasion is important, but I kind of want the Evolving Wilds because, you know, it helps with Dread Presence, but also if I'm searching for that extra island, I think I need this. It's important. I also want to thin the deck from land. Blade Brand, I definitely have been looking for Blade Brand, so I'm happy to get at least 1. So that's pseudo removal. Getting another Audacious Thief is good, especially because I have Pattern Matcher. So things are shaping up. Like, this is a deck right here. We could run this. Let's see if we can get any upgrades. So no upgrades here. Blade Brand is great. So I want another one of those. So that helps me with that card draw problem. Because otherwise the only real card draw that I have is Dread Presence. But there's some nice synergy in here. It's not terrible. Probably won't play any of this stuff. I don't see this as a convolute deck. I have a lot of 3-drops that I want to play on curve. Another pattern matcher. That's interesting, because I do have a lot of things. I have 5 things, so I could really do 2 pattern matcher. That would actually be fine. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this. Looks like I'll need to make a couple cuts. I think this mana breakdown is correct. I think 9 swamps is okay. I have like kind of 10 swamps with the Evolving Wild, so that feels fine with Dread Presence. You're getting enough value. We have 21 creatures and only 4 spells, so we should definitely be cutting creatures. I could also maybe cut lands, but I have a lot of 4-drops, so I think I want to run 17 land. Attempts this is going to be tough to cast, because I really only have 8 blue sources, and I can't draw that many cards. I have some, thinning with Bladebrand and Wilds, but not a lot of like pure card draw outside of Dread Presence. But even so, I think this is important to keep in the deck. I'm a bit susceptible to flyers. My flyers are high in the curve, but I have some life gain, and against flyer decks, you tend to have white in flyers, like a blue-white flyers deck, so I can at least like remove an angel or something with this. I think I want to keep all my spells. I don't see touching those. I could definitely see cutting a 4-drop, because I have too many 4-drops. It just feels a little awkward to cut a pattern matcher, because I have 5 things that it can hit. So the odds of this getting value are pretty high, and like I was saying before, I don't have a lot of card draw, so this represents sort of a pseudo card draw to help thin my deck and find the right lands to play my spells. I could see cutting a pattern matcher and then cutting one of my duplicates. Something like a vanilla 3/2 vampire is just not that good. So I think what I'm gonna do is just cut pattern matcher and cut a vampire. That way I can still match 4 of my more important things to find, and I don't have a great like curve necessarily. I mean, it still exists. It's just I curve out at 3 and 4. And I have a couple high end. Okay, I like this. I think it's pretty good. What do we even call this? Blue black. Blue black creatures, I guess. I mean, we're not really doing much else. We're playing creatures, baby. Okay, I'm gonna make this one a swamp. All right. I'm gonna throw in my unhinged lands. Did we do it? Okay. Yeah, I like this. I think it's pretty good. I wish I had murder, honestly. I wish I had murder or even some agonizing siphons. Just like, I mean, even sleep paralysis would have been nice, but I didn't see any of those. So, it is what it is. Hopefully Noxious Grasp is in a dead card more than like one game. The last time I played Noxious Grasp, I think it was like, I drew it in like 7 of my games, and 5 of them I was able to use it, and 2 of them I could not use it. So I think it's okay. I think it's very, very good when you can use it. Like blowing up a Risen Reef with that or something like feels really good. Okay. This is fine. We're on the play, so I kind of like the idea of having Blood Burglars to kind of set the pace. And then, hopefully they miss their 2-drop. And then on their 3-drop, if they can block one of my Burglars, then I can kill it with Cutthroat. And then hopefully we can just keep the pressure up. I think as like on the play, like if I was on the draw with this hand, I would be a lot more hesitant to keep it. But I think this gives us some decent aggression to start out. And we have until turn 5 to find a blue source, so I'm not too worried about that. Come on, Black Lotus. I don't have a lot of time today. Okay, so they went to 6. So hopefully they have a slow hand. Maybe we just cut Boreal, because we can Gravedigg it back later. I think that's the play. Oh no, I did that wrong. It's Exile. Oops. Sorry. I think it might be the same anyways. Probably could have cut Gravedigger, I suppose. So too bad we missed the line drop here. Otherwise we could play, probably play Gravedigger. Yeah, if they're... Yeah, we'll save the Blade Brand. So it's unfortunate that we miss our forward drop. Like, Gravedigger would have been a pretty good tempo play there, because the next turn I could have had like Blood Burglar and Blade Brand up. Yeah, see they're grinding out some card advantage here, and I'm not able to put enough pressure on. So I almost need to just burn my Blade Brand so that we can. Yeah, I think I have to burn this. On the island. Okay, so this one's kind of tough. Like, I think we just Wave Crasher and we'll take Burglar back to discard. Because they trade nicely with Burglar. I would rather exile it if they're going to drop Yarok again. Because then they have a stack block for Wave Crasher if they want to pump this. Okay, so they're going to play a little bit differently. So hopefully that means I can draw a land to discard. Just attacks. If they want to stack on it, it's fine. Because then I can have a 3/3, and then we 2-for-1 them. Now I'll just hang on to that island to exile if they replay Yarok. And then we can Gravedigg back Yarok, our guy. So yeah, they want to hit our hand, but we don't really need that island. I say that now, and then we'll draw a Tempest. I'm worried they have Bone to Ash, so we're just gonna run out both burglars. Because as far as I know, these burglars are good. They may not have a larger creature to block these down in their hand. So if they do, that sucks. Okay, so 4/6 means they kind of shut down our attacks a bit, but we drew the Frostlings, so that's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and just Lynx down the Sea Serpent. And we can get some big attacks in. So they're really in trouble. They have to play a blocker, they have to play removal. They need to do something because this still is not blocking for them. Alright, so it's just an attack all here. They're gonna go to 1, I guess. I mean, I could throw my other Frostlings down and probably seal the deal. I mean, I may as well here. So they'll have to. Okay, so they gotta bust out their removal. But the Frostlings lands, and now they go to 1. They're really in trouble. The Meteor Golem is almost gets there, but they need to have like a shock as well, or another. I guess if they have a creature. I mean, I guess shock gets there. Okay, yeah, it gets there. So I think we just throw out Necro though. So this basically says they have to draw their own Necro, or they're in trouble. Get rid of their Gravedigger. So they need 2 blockers. Alright, cool. Okay, I really like this because we got our best card. So, I mean, any hand that has Drop Presence in it, unless it's a one-lander, I'm probably going to keep because this card basically wins by itself. Blue mana. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a swamp with this because we want to thin our deck a little bit. and we'll hang on to this swamp. So hopefully that swamp comes in later. Unfortunately, this is a dead card, so that's too bad. That's what I was worried about. Jerk. Okay. I don't know how important Frostlinks is to play here, but we might as well. I don't have the type of hand where I'm going to need to really like tap down a key thing later, so we may as well just like slow down this life gain train, because ultimately I want them to I'm probably going to play this 5th turn, and then so that I can guarantee at least one hit, and we could blow up Blood Burglar with it. I might just attack pass here. I might just attack here. That's it. Well, we could play the Cutthroat, I suppose. I don't want to walk into like a Bone to Ash. And I would be fine just blocking down with Frostlinks, so let's play Cutthroat. So if they've got Bone to Ash for this, it's fine. It's just a 3/3. But this puts a lot more pressure on them. I almost, what I should have done is played this first. Okay, they got Boreal. Yeah, let's get a card out of this. And then we'll do nothing here, and then next turn I can attack, and then I have another Cutthroat in a reserve. Also coming up, I have Pattern Matcher. So, yeah, I figured they had removal for that. So that's why I played it 5th turn. That way I at least got one card out of it. Let's see, so they're getting aggressive, which is kind of weird to me. Okay, so it's just going to be attacks. No attacks. They probably block. Okay, they'll block there. That's fine. It's not ideal for me. It sucks, actually. Alright. I wasn't actually expecting them to block the Frostings. I thought they were going to block my 1/3 and then attack back for life. But they kind of read what I was doing, so that is fine. It's just that I could have gotten a couple more Frostlinks out of that. Piranhas. You dog. Okay, so just gotta attack here. It's a race situation now. Alright, so tempo-wise, I have a 2-turn clock, they have a 3-turn clock, so we're okay. But if they just can continually play blockers, then I'm not okay. Very much not okay. If only we had another, if only this could hit something. Oof. Let's see, so I hit them for 5, they go to 9, and then I've got 9. Pattern Matcher doesn't hit anything. Let's try the attacks. But I could be in big trouble. Yeah, I may as well throw out the Pattern Matcher. I don't have anything for it though. You can see what we have left. So Tempest would be good, Frostlings would be money. Mostly everything else. Like if I draw a flyer, I'm okay. I really want like a flyer or Frostlings. Yeah, that murder is bad news for me. I think we are going to lose this one because they have us on a 2-turn clock and we can't kill them. So I do have to draw like a Frostlings. Yeah, Frostlings. Nope. Dead card is dead. Goes for it. We lost the race. We could rethink Noxious Grasp, I guess. So far, it would have been a dead card both games. If I knew I was going to draw all land like that, I would have just blown up something with Dread Presence. Although I think at that point their 2/2 was gone. So. And then the other like slight mistake I made, I don't know if it was a terrible mistake, but I could have just thrown Wave Crasher down and picked up Frostlings to play again. And then I could have tempoed that pretty hard, so then the next turn I could have played Frostlings, Pattern Matcher, and then gotten another Frostlings, and just like kept them tapped down and attacking. So that would have been the better play. I think letting them trade with my Frostlings was short-sighted. I was not expecting that. I thought they were going to get greedy and try to attack me back with the Lifelinker. So it was a good play on their part and an oversight on my part. I was just trying to get an extra 2 damage in, and didn't work out. Okay, so we got our best card again. But this time I might throw a Blade Brand down, like if they play a creature here. Oh boy, that sucks. I think Cutthroat is not very good against Black-Red. So I think we don't need Cutthroat. But I do need to like make sure I get a land here. So there it is. Alright, so we got our Thief. That is good. Spitfire's nice. Let's go Lynx and tap down Spitfire. Just slow that roll a little bit, because I feel like they're probably gonna have like Chandra's Outburst next turn. If I draw a Swamp, I can drop Dread Presence. That's not a Swamp. Okay, let's go Wave Crasher and get the Lynx back up. just pass. So next turn we can threaten a big attack. Green mana. Man, all these 3 toughness. really grinds my gears. I just want to keep up with the board. So we're staying even with them. And I want to keep them from attacking with too much because I know I can tap them down. Ugh, so that sucks. So that means they can hit us for 4. If they have like Chandra's Outbursts, I'm in trouble. Bone Splinters is really good too. Alright, we're gonna play a Tempest. Because then if I draw a Swamp, I can play Drug Presence, proc it, and play Frostlinks next turn. And a Tempest blocks pretty well. So I think it's just a straight attack here. And then we get our 4/5 flyer. So we've got good blocks. I think I'm gonna block it. They probably have a Death Touch or something, or like a shock behind it. A Flame Sweep. Oof. That one hurts. I think it's just an attack. Bummer. So I need to draw a Swamp. I should draw a Swamp soon. Oh my goodness. Probably we just tap down Spitfire. My mana is just so awkward. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna tap down Spitfire. Okay, so we got the Swamp, which is a pretty big deal actually. So we can attack with Lynx and Cutthroat. And then we'll blow up Scorch Spitter. That's our biggest threat right now, because that procs Chandra. Yeah, we're good. Alright, cool. I just need to draw that swamp. It was due. It was due. Hey, we got draw presents again. I'm into that. Uh-oh, this might be dead. Oh man. I guess everyone's just playing black, so I should probably cut Noxious. It looks bad. Sometimes you splash green in a deck like this, so we'll see how it goes. Show me some green mana, baby. Okay. Oh jeez. Let's see if the a counter spell shows up here. Okay, I don't think they're on a counter, but I don't know that matters. This is a good draw. But yeah, that Blade Brand was just not necessary. So finding that 3-drop was important. So it's like a little detail. Like a lot of players will not cycle Blade Brand there, but totally worth it. This one's tough. I almost think we just want to get Dread Presence out there. I mean, it definitely gives them the opportunity to kill it. But I have a lot of recursion. I drew both my recursion cards. So I think it's fair to just throw out Dread Presence. And then if they got the removal, they got the removal. So that might get murdered just straight up. But we've got plays. We're not going to block that. I just figured, they already spent a removal spell. So, okay, so they Bone Splinter. I'm just gonna Grave-Dig it back. That way we at least have a creature to show for it. And then I'll save the swamp. So we definitely want to save the swamp for Dread Presence. They'll probably Blade Brand this, but I'm cool with that. Because I have Soul Salvage, so it's like, what we're gonna do is play Dread Presence again, and then hopefully get some value out of it this time. They're getting everything they can out of the skeleton. But yeah, hopefully get some more value out of that this time. So we'll get a card right now. So we can just keep doing that every turn, unless they kill it. So if they've got the murder, so now what we can do is salvage back Gravedigger and Dread Presence, and just start again. Okay. It's nasty stuff. We're doing mean things. We can play the island because we only care about swamps here, and then that means we can play our Aerialist. Aerialist combos really well with Dread Presence, and then I can also gain some cheeky life on this if they play a green thing. I mean, we should probably just get this going. So we'll run this guy out. Get another card. Get another card. I could be attacking with Dread Presence, I suppose, but I think I feel good about my board right now. I only have like 3 more swamps left though. Oh, the altar, okay. So altar kind of sucks actually. That's actually really bad. That's a problem. 5/5 demons are a problem. I almost need to, let's go like this. So we'll shoot it. We'll shoot the demon. And then we'll get Cutthroat out. We'll slay the demon. And then get in there for 9. Seems solid. I'm like really running out of swamps. I almost want to just get more pressure on them. We'll save it. We'll save it. I don't know that altar is their answer anymore. So I'd rather end a turn Noxious Grasp. And then hold up Gravedigger. Okay. It's fine. So could be another demon, but then they go to 7. It's like really their last resort. So if I had played, that's where you play Gravedigger. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Dummy, dumb, dumb, dumb. But they do have to, like, they kind of have to do this. So yeah, we just stack all. I'm gonna save the Dread Presence as like an extra win condition. Like, we got plenty of stuff to attack. They can't make any more demons. They need to like gain a bunch of life right now. They need another blocker. They need me to not draw a swamp. Like, these are all bad things. So we're playing a little bit safe, but they just don't have enough blockers. So this is a good game. I enter the swamp anyways. Leveled up. Green or white? That's not happening. Come on, opponent. Come at me. Guy, bro. I mean, it seems acceptable. It's not great. Let's thin this out. I don't want to get flooded. I really instantly wrote that. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go island. Just knowing that I have a Tempest in the deck, where we're gonna need to get to 3 islands, and with Dread Presence, I'm gonna try to only play 1 swamp until we get to 4. Okay. So we got the attacks. I mean, I think this is fine. We can just ride Burglar for a little bit. It seems like they're holding up a murder or something. So I'll attack first. I'm wondering how we respond to murder. Like, maybe we play Cutthroat. Like, let's just run the 3/3 out there. Like, if they want to murder this, that's fine. I have another instance of Death Touch in my hand, so it's not a big deal. Like, I would rather have them murder that than, like, Dread Presence or Wave Crasher. So we're packing lots of Blade Brands now. They could have another murder. I guess we just play the Wave Crasher anyway. Alright, so they didn't have it. They must have like a Blade Brand. Okay, Thicket Crasher, not that big of a deal. So I think I'm going to burn the Noxious Grasp on it. This way we get the Burglar back out again. So now I'm threatening 6 damage next turn. They're going to be at 11. Like, these are good things. I'm wondering how aggressive I want to get. Okay, I think it's fine to just play Dread Presence and maybe just start hitting them with it. I think maybe just doing that. But like, cards are nice too. I just think the 2 damage here is pretty good. I think they're low enough that we want to just dome them with this. I have the Grave Digger to bring it back anyway. I think maybe taking a card there would be smart, just to find more swamps. I don't know. It's tricky. I just think that next turn, if the board doesn't change too much, I can attack all, and I can Blade Brand Dread Presence to kill the tracker. That's a really weird attack. Alright, so I think almost for sure they have removal. But we're not going to play around it. Ah, the pulse. Okay, that makes sense. So, doming them feels bad. However, they're at 4, so I think it's fine. We'll get the thief out. I don't need 7 mana next turn. 6 is fine. So if I draw the swamp, I can play the swamp. Yeah, we're fine. GG. Oh, I guess I should be updating the scores here. Yeah, I had to shorten it. It stands for Dread Presence. Just seeing where we're at on spoilers for Eldraine, I think we're getting pretty close to 100%. Definitely gonna release some articles once we're there. I mean, we're already at the point where you've got pretty good context for what the archetypes are and the mechanics and the different card cycles. So I'm pretty much at the point where I want to start releasing some Eldraine content. But definitely before it hits sealed on Arena, I'll do a sealed guide. You know, I definitely want to just go over the mechanics, go over what I think are the stronger cards in each color. Definitely the bombs, just to guide those sealed pools. Okay, this looks great. I wish I was on the play, but still, it's good. Let's flip with this 2 mana 5/4. 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Weird. It can block, I guess. Okay. Vampire. Typically, I would not show them that I'm blue-black, and I would just play another swamp. But because we have this, like, on just the crazy chance that I draw 2 islands in a row, I want to hang on to this swamp. Oh, that's real bad. That's real bad. So I think we need to just hold up blocks. That is dirty, dirty stuff here. I don't like it one bit. Alright, so we'll trade with the Knight. They might have recursion for it. Oh my god, they have Unsummon? Come on. You dirty dog. Well done. Well then. Okay, so if I play Dread Presence right now, and if I draw a Swamp, I could play Swamp, ping Knight, kill Knight with Cutthroat. So that's like my way of killing that. I think I need to farm some more Swamps, because I can kill this at any stat line. So if they really want to get this pumping, they need to pay 3 mana, and I can afford to get hit by that once. Suiz won't block once. And then they'll probably trade here. I mean, that's fine. So, you know what? Let's do this. Like, the odds of me finding another Swamp are pretty good. So, and then that allows me to try again next turn. Now, the downside of playing this way is that they could have Murder. They could blow up Dread Presence right now, and I'll be a sad boy. But if they want to keep pumping this, oh, no Murder. Oh, we're gonna hurt. Okay, so they're trying to get all the value they can out of this. But I think that's a little short-sighted. I mean, because what we're going to do then is... okay, so then we'll just shoot it. And then Cutthroat it. Get Burglar out there. Things are happening. Alright, again, this is dead. So, I don't know. I don't know about Noxious Grasp. It was actually really good last game. But I don't think it's great here. If I give this Death Touch, oh my goodness. That's so good. So if I gave this Death Touch and drop a Swamp, I can kill anything. That's really good. Alright, let's play like this. Let's get Aerialist in play. Send the team. We don't really want them. Let's just attack all. Right? Because I've got 7 this turn, they go to 7, and then I've got another 10 up for next turn. I mean, that's pretty darn good. Maybe we've gotten everything out of Dread Presence that we need. If I hold up to block, and then they just let this through, then they're only taking... They go to 7. I can still block with Aerialist, the same. You know what? Nah, we'll save the Dread Presence. We'll just go like this. I'm just a little worried because I'm low on health. But yeah. Like, probably needs a block. Darn. I could go get another Cutthroat. We could play the Pattern Matcher. We could play a couple creatures. Yeah, I think we just attack like this. Why won't they block Piranha? It's weird. I would keep the attacker. Okay, want the Burglar out. And then another Thief, I guess. mean, the problem with this guy is we queued to a silver because it took like 2 minutes to find an opponent. So I think they just expanded the search so much that we got this poor silver player. Like, it's simply an advantage to me if the search takes a long time, because first they're matching record, but then they also want to match MMR, so they're gonna put me with a diamond or a mythic if they can, and then it's like, you know, after 20-30 seconds pass, and it's like, okay, plats and maybe golds are okay, and then if 2 minutes go by, then it's like, fine, just whoever we can get. Typically that's how matchmaking works, is they just expand it, and it's all invisible, but if you pay attention to like the types of matchups you get and what situations, that's tends to be how it goes. Yeah, it looks like the Eldraine previews are getting close to the whole set. We're at 239 out of 269. So, not long until the whole set's out there. I don't like this hand. I could draw into things that'll make it good, but there's just not much here. There's not much here. Like, I'm probably cycling Blade Brand on turn 2, and then it's like I have nothing to Cutthroat, and then it's like I'm playing a Necro, but I don't really have anything that I want to be dying first. This is not a good hand. I think most people keep this because it's like, oh, I've got 4 lands and I've got some stuff, but like, this is not a good hand. This is a much better hand. Now, because we're on the play, I almost have to keep all 3 lands. That's what sucks. Like, I would love to give back an island. I could be greedy. I could be greedy and give back an island. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna be greedy. So it gives us 2 turns to draw a land, but hopefully we just go land, and then we can play stuff. So that's good. Did I say land? I meant just land, and then cards. Would be better. So I hope they Blade Brand this, because then we've got the Audacious Thief coming up. So this is good for me. It makes sense why they would do that, especially if their hand maybe like needs another card maybe to have a good 3-drop come down. But if they don't have anything to block my Thief right now, this is really good for me. So they may have to murder it. They may have to murder it. But we're gonna attack. So it looks like I'm getting value out of this already. That's awesome. I'm gonna play another Thief. And the reason I'm dropping the island is if we draw Dread Presence next turn, then I'll have a proc for it. So they'll probably play a blocker if I had to guess. I mean, they could have another Blade Brand situation, or they're just gonna sack this? Okay. It's fine, I guess. Okay. That kind of sucks. So, if I had played the swamp... No, it doesn't matter. We just don't have enough swamps. Let's attack first. See what we get. Okay. So, I have another swamp now. So, we'll go burglar. I know this is like bad tempo, but I can get the counter on aerialist. Because here's the thing, like once they get this bow going, they're gonna shoot down my 2/2s. So I need to get aerialist down and attacking. Sure. Okay, so then that means I have to play cut through. So we're just gonna attack into it. At least I get the salvage. It's nice. And then I do need the land out. So we're just gonna keep the pressure up. Next turn, hopefully I can get both of these guys back and play aerialist. And just keep up the attacks. If they have something that blocks both my creatures, then I'm in trouble. Ooh, they draw presence. If they have a swamp, okay, they don't. Okay, Thomas's. I mean, do they let it through? That's the question. And the other question is, do I just play this? Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it like this. We'll go aerialist and just attack both. They could block my burglar. Okay, it's fine. So then I think I just want to get both my thieves back. Again, saving the swamp for draw presence, because next turn I'm either playing this or I'm playing both of these, depending on what they show me. What just happened? Thinking hard. Or I'm just getting roped and they're mad. I'm not sure. Okay, so they found the swamp. They must have cut through. Oh, the bow, okay. And then double attack. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a good one. I mean, we're gonna lose the Dread Presence if we're not careful. I think it might be best to just drop this thing. Because if they draw a swamp, they just straight up counter our thieves. Like, if I played double thief and they drew a swamp, they could just blow up one thief with the swamp and then attack and double bow the other one. And so that would just be like really rough for me. This thing isn't really doing anything with that. I don't know why it's in their deck. Maybe they have some kind of artifact that they can I don't know. This card's just not very good. Unblockable isn't too relevant because like they kind of need to block rather than attack. If they have a cutthroat, then I'm in trouble. But yeah, I can't block this thing. Looks like they just have a couple skeletons. Yeah. Oakley dokley. So we'll attack. And then I might as well play Thief and Pattern Matcher. Wait, how many do I need? 6? No, thank you, sir. Alright, then we'll play a Thief. And then a Pattern Matcher. I think I have another Cutthroat in the deck. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm not remembering. I think I do. Yeah. Okay. We got some gas. So. I think we outpace swamps. So like they really need to find a murder or a cutthroat. That makes sense. And then they could give it unblockable and attack. Because they're probably not going to block with it. And then play another skeleton. And then take 4. That's kind of their move, I think. Okay, so we're just going to attack all. I pretty much just have to chump. May have like a Blood for Bones. That would probably be best case scenario for them. I don't know, I think we're good. They have to stop Entemsis or they die. So they probably have Dread Presence, Swamp, and then another skeleton. So they're technically alive. So then they kill Thief. They're going to go to 2 next turn. They're going to have to block both of these again. So technically they're alive. may as well just make sure they're dead. So if they draw a murder, they could kill this, play another skeleton. So that's still their out. So we need to make sure that they continually just have to block with their skeletons and spend all their mana until I draw something else. Alright, we got it. So that was a grindy game. It tends to be grindy with the skeletons. Alright, cool. So this deck's pretty awesome. Pretty happy with it. We've got the good stuff. I mean, like Frostling's Thief, like these are your good commons. There's lots of synergy here. I'm a little disappointed with Noxious Grasp, so hopefully, like, it was good one game and it was dead in at least one game. It didn't, like, our one loss, we did have Noxious Grasp, so I can't attribute it completely to that, but there you have it. All right. Hopefully for the win. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, even though it's two-lander. As I was saying earlier in the stream, if we see this card, we're gonna keep the hand because this thing is nuts. Oh. Alright, so we're against some aggro. So it's actually pretty good I drew the Burglar. Even though I don't technically need it. It could help us race some miscreant garbage. See if they drew more miscreants. They're probably thinking, oh, okay, never mind. We'll shoot. Yeah, we can play Burglar. It's not my favorite draw, because then it's like, you know, I could play this turn 2 so that I guarantee Thief turn 3. But I think it's fine how I played it. Because, okay, so they'll probably trade with Burglar. I'd rather them trade with Burglar than Thief, so it's good that we drew the island. So we just attack. Come on, friend. It's probably correct to trade this, but I get why they would hesitate. It feels bad, because they only have 3 cards and I have 7. So I'm like 3 cards ahead right now. Alright, so they're just going to take it. I don't know about that decision. They must have a blocker in their hand. That's the only way that makes sense to me. But I'm going to drop Thief anyways. So next turn, if we don't draw land, we can play Vampire and then get our 4th land. I guess they anticipated the thief. So we're gonna get another thief. So I'm gonna play the pattern matcher first. Now if they counter this, they can't buff Sprite. So I think it's win-win for me. So if they don't counter it, I just go get another thief. If they do counter it, then I get a free attack with my thief. So these are both good outcomes. But at any rate, we can attack. Nice. Alright, so then next turn, I have Dread Presence and a Swamp. So that's always good. And I think it's pretty likely that's how I'll play it. Because, alright, come on. So yeah, because next turn I can play my 4-drop and then play my 5th land, but it's tapped. And then if I draw a land, so no land here, but this changes things possible. No, it doesn't. Alright, so we attack. Get the Dread Presence out there. They might have a counter spell. That's the only consideration, I would think. Let's try it. I think they have the counter spell. They don't. Okay. So then we'll get our Swamp. And then it's like, do we care about the 1/1? Do we not? I don't think we care. I think we want another card. It's too bad for them because these colors are very bad against Dread Presence. Because their removal is things like Pacifism or Sleep Paralysis, and those things don't actually remove it. So. Alright, I wanted to land, didn't get it, but that's alright. So we'll Links down the Captain, and play a Burglar. Yeah, that's a good game. Alright, we got there. We got 7 wins today. So this was a really strong deck. I'm really happy with how this one came together. I think I made pretty good decisions during the draft. I kept it mainly to black in my first pack, and then sort of figured out what was most open. Like I had an idea of green. I kind of contemplated green, contemplated red, contemplated blue, and then blue was just kind of what kept coming through. So then we committed to blue-black, and it came together pretty nicely. So I'd say, I don't know, it's a pretty good draft. I'm excited to hopefully get some more in next week. Make that run back to Mythic.